have been kind of fussing all along at Mike for our goats, especially our girls are too fat. It's June. And then over here is Callie. And he kept saying, no they're not, no they're not. And then yesterday he found online how you actually measure a goat for being fat. Because they're ruminant animals and have 4 stomachs, you don't measure them around the waist, because around the waist is their storage area, you know, and they eat and then they store food in their stomach and then regurgitate it up and eat it slowly. So the thing that he was reading online saying it was good to have a good ruminant storage area. Wish that applied to me. And but you measure a goat to see if they're fat. You go right at the tail, right as it goes to the body. And if it's kind of pudgy there, that tells you something. And then you feel around the front chest or the brisket area, and you're feeling to see if that's kind of flabby there. If those 2 areas are pudgy, you do have a fat goat, but if they're not, you're not supposed to worry about it. That was something I learned. Poor old Sweet Pea still down on the garden side, so she's kind of close to her buddies over there, but not right with them. Because we've got 6 girls, so you're only seeing 5. And Sweet Pea's down here on the other side of the fence. You didn't come up there with me, Franklin. You're down here on the goat side of the barn. He loves to hang out down here for some reason. Yeah, you usually come up there with me. You didn't come. You were a no-show today. You were a no-show. Yeah. What's going on down here? His girls, his 3 turkey hens, will walk over here. This is the goat girl stall. And there's the 3 turkey hens right there. And for some reason, they love to hang out in here. I guess they lay eggs in here, but it's just a good hangout place. And they brought some of their buddies with them too, and they just party in the girls' stalls all day. Yeah, that's Franny right there. Hey, Franny. That's Allie, and then that's Sally over there. Okay, party on. I'm trying to take, I don't even know if this is showing up, but I want you to see how when I come out here, they all want to dud his head, and easy now, easy. There's Kahoot rubbing his head, if you can see that. There's Dud. I got Sundance here. All 5 goats are standing right around me. And people say, oh, I wouldn't want to have a buck. I couldn't stand to have a buck. They stink, and they're hateful and mean. Which, I don't know what they're talking about. Yes, I know. Stop. Now that kind of hurts. But he's not trying to be mean. He's just he wants me to rub his head. And here's Pappy. His head looks a lot better today. And Sundance, can you see Cubby over there? But they love attention. And mine, I know everybody talks about how bucks stink to high heaven. My bucks don't even stink right now. I mean, they don't have even just kind of a goaty odor is all. But they don't have any kind of unusual smell for me at all. Every now and then, they take on a smell of like an ammonia a little bit. But never anything to where No, you're not gonna get my lap. No, you can't get my lap, honey. I'm taping. Dud would get in and lay on my lap if I let him. Yes, honey. Yes, Pappy. You see Pappy pawing at me? No, no, get down. But they love attention. If anything, Kahoot, he's not. But yeah, hey, Pappy. See, Pappy, we hadn't even had him. We got him December the 28th, and he's just sweet as he can be. They're all sweet as they can be. And some people say they wouldn't want to have a buck, and don't ever have just one. They've got to have a bud. They've got to have at least one buddy. Their goats are very smart, and they got to have a buddy to give them emotional support. Plus, they lay together, and that keeps them warm. So, don't ever have just one of any kind of herd animal. It's wrong to do that. They all have to have a buddy. Here's Kahoot right here. He's up on my lap, and he'd get in my lap and lay here for the rest of the day if I let him. And I'm smelling of him, and it's nothing unusual. I mean, he smells like a farm animal, but nothing unusual or real stinky. And whenever people have, goats, and they say, oh, they stink to high heaven and all this kind of stuff, I just wonder what kind of care do they have? Do they live alone in some terrible setting, or what's going on? I always want to, when they start talking like that about bucks, I always want to see the conditions that they're living in. Yeah. You're having a bad hair day, Pappy. Yeah. All right, I'll cut this off. I don't want to bore you. Yes, it's me again, because they're all here. And I want to add that, even if a goat or a farm animal or any animal is doing a bad behavior, it's something that you nip in the bud early. Like if I didn't want Dud to do something, I would put my hand on him. I might do this. I would say, then I would use a couple firm words, and I'd be doing that over and over. I'd put my hand there like I meant business, and then I would say a couple firm words, but no striking, no hitting. No, you don't hit animals. You don't hit children. You can slap the shit out of each other, but not on animals and children. And like right now, you're just too big. I appreciate this, honey, but you're too big for this. You're too big to be doing this, and he's doing it because I've allowed him to do it over and over. And I could have stopped that sooner. But he's not mean at pain. None of these, they don't have a mean bone in their body. And you two got over what y'all were into yesterday, huh? I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Y'all are my best buddies. Yeah, you're my best friends. I think about you all the time. When I'm not here, I think about you. Yes, I do. I love you, darling. You have no idea how much I love you. And I loved your daddy too, Dud. I loved him, and I was so hurt when we lost him. We lost his daddy, Russell Stover. I'm sorry,